In this video, I'm going to be building this bird feeder. Now, this bird feeder is an AI bird recognition feeder. So the camera can recognize up to 10,000 different species, which is pretty cool. Now, as you can see over here, there's this cable and I'm busy charging it, and the light is orange. So when it's fully charged, it will then turn green. And when you turn the camera on, then it will turn blue. So those are the different indicators that are there. So yeah, this is the camera that I'm going to be building to show you everything, how it gets set up and everything. Then we will set up the app that it comes with, and then we will put it in a location in the garden where hopefully we will get some footage of birds and that, and see how this AI recognition works. Now, this is made by COOAU, so COOAU. So that's the brand, so you can see over here. So you can call it COOAU or COOAU.
Hey, you guys!
Anyway, so this is all the stuff that comes in the box. It's quite a lot of stuff. So here we have some indicators for mounting it. If you want to mount it onto walls or wood fences and things like that, you've got these to help you. So those are guides that can help you drill holes and everything. So that's very nice of them to include. Then this is the stand for that. So you can see that matches up with the holes that will go in, so that it would fit onto a wall or whatever you might be mounting it on, like that. And then the feeder will fit in here, which is this unit. So it would sit like that, but this way at the back. So there's the bracket that it comes with. They also give you a Velcro strap, which is very nice. So you can also wrap it around a pole or a tree trunk or something like that. They give you some tools. So you've got a little screwdriver there, like an Allen key bench screwdriver. So that's available. You've got some screws over here. Then this is one of the supporting screws. Then these little things that look like little fins or paddles, these are fruit holders. You've also got some thumb screws. So that's to hold on the base and everything like that. They also supply you with a nice solar panel. So that's very cool. So that you can mount anywhere near the feeder if you want to reach the sunlight. And then I'll show you they've got a cool adapter which allows you to put it on the feeder as well. So that's very cool. So that's available there. And it comes with this mounting bracket as well. So you can put that inside like so and fix it to a wall or a tree, again, a fence, whatever that might be. This you can rotate so you can get the angle of the best light for charging. So that's very nice. Now this I thought was very cool that they've included. So you've got these screws here, which will go in there to support it like so. Now that will allow you to put a pole. What? Now this is 25.4 millimeters thickness. So if you've got a pole, you can put the pole like so. This will fit on, and then the feeder will fit on top of that. So you can mount it on a pole, and they've given you this bracket to secure it. So that I thought was really cool. Where other feeders, I haven't seen them include that. So that's a nice addition. Then we've got this little jelly feeder here. So if you've got birds that do have that feed off those kind of things, or I guess you could even put water if you don't have those species around. They give you a cable from USB to USB-C, so that's for charging the camera. So you need to charge that fully before you set it up. And then you've also got the roof, which fits on top of the feeder, and then you can take the lid off like so, put the seed in, cover it up so it doesn't get wet. It fills up this unit over here, and it comes out here onto the tray. So that's very cool. Now, this is what I wanted to show you, which was very nice that they included, is this thing here. Now, this is basically the same bracket that fits on top, or lid, but this now fits to the solar panel. So you can actually fit the solar panel right to the roof of the bird box, like so. How cool is that?
Oh my god! Wow!
So that's nice. So if it is in direct sunlight, or you've got some nice light, then you can use this bracket on top of the roof for that. Now the camera does take an SD card. They don't supply one with the camera, but you can put one in. So that's there. It's a micro SD card. We've got the power button, the SD card holder, and over here is the USB-C where I'm charging it. And then there's also a reset button inside there, a little pinhole. And then we've got the IR sensor, and we've got an LED, we've got a microphone, we've got the camera here, and you can also tilt it back and forth to get the correct angles that you want. We've also got a nectar feeder, so if you do have hummingbirds in your area or things like that that feed off those kind of things, you can put that on, so that's nice. You've got a suet feeder here as well, so you can put suet balls in there and put that on the perch, so that you can put there. You've got all the screws, they give you all the screws and everything, so that's cool. And then you've got the perch for the birds to stand on, which they can use and maneuver around on. So let's put this thing together and see what it looks like. So there's the unit itself, you can see that's how it will look from the side. There's the cable that will then keep it charged with the solar panel. And then this is a top-down view. There's the tray where the seed will come down from here. You open this up, the silicone flap, and then the seed will come out into this tray over here. So what I'm going to do is put on the perch, so that will fit over here like so, and that just presses down with the guide, and you then have a small screw which fits inside there, so that can be screwed in and secured. And then while I'm underneath here, you can see over here is where the thumb screw goes, and there's little holes. So this bracket that I was telling you about, that hole can then place it like so, and you can angle it whichever way you want. So if the wall is down here where my hand is, you can position it like that, and you can also position it sideways, so you can put something here where it will be mounted. So that's quite nice that you can use that to guide it around. So what I'll do is I'll just put that in here for now. So we've got that, just to show you. So that's straight on, you can just maneuver it a bit. So that's there. The wall or whatever you're mounting it on will fit there, and that's how it all goes together. So that's pretty basic, pretty easy to do. Your feeder, your jelly feeder, can fit inside the perch like that or like that. So if you want to put water there, you can do that as well. And then these ones, all these little extras that you get here, have got a small tiny threaded screw on them which fit into all these small little holes here. So if you want to put a suet feeder there, you can put that in and screw that in, and that goes in there. So that's available there. So we'll take that off. So that comes off there. You can take the fruit fork things or holders, you can put those in there, and you can screw those in like so. So if you want to put some fruit on there, whatever that might be, if the birds that are in your area that eat fruit, you can put those on there, and then you can push a piece of fruit onto that, and it will be nice and secure for them, and then they can eat it off that. So there you go, see, nice and secure, that's there. And then the lid, let me just take the charger out, and the lid will fit on here. Now you can see over here there's two little guides which clip on, so the one side will fit on here and here, and what it does is it then clicks on, and it will then, you can use it to move it backwards and forwards. So we just want to hear it click. So that's on now, and you can see it swivels, so you can open it, put your seed in, close it, open it like that, and then it clicks on over here. So that's now secure, so it doesn't just lift off in the wind. And then again, you can put the cap on if you want, you can fill it from there, or you want to take it off, you just lift that flap at the back, and then it opens up. So that's all very easy to do, very easy to set up. So what I'll do is I need to charge the camera till it's fully charged, and then once that's done, we can set up the app, and then we can choose a location in the garden, and we'll go from there. Very cool. Let's set up this COOAU camera. So they have got a manual here where it shows you some nifty things about the camera and everything and how to set it up, and then there's also a QR code for Apple and Android. So what we're going to do is scan that code, click on the link. It should take us to the app that needs to be installed, which is this Vico Home smart camera. So what we'll do is we'll install that, and once that's installed, we'll open it up, and then we can start setting up the camera. So let's open up this app. So that's what it looks like. There's a privacy statement, so you need to agree to that. You can swipe across to talk about live streaming, intelligent notifications, and activity zones, which is quite cool. I don't think I've seen that on other bird feeders where you can actually set the activity zone. So let's get started. So we need to sign up. So we need to do that. Okay, so I've now signed in, and this is the interface I get. So you can sign up if you want. So I'll just say no thanks to carry on. It shows you the benefits of the plan if you do sign up with premium and no plan. So that's fine. I'll continue without a subscription for now. Enable notifications, yes. So we'll do that, and then it gives you that option there. So that's cool. Then we'll go back. Now, I've had a camera before, which is a doorbell for this, so that's not connected anymore. We're going to now look and add a new camera, which is this bird feeder camera. So I will turn this on, and then we can carry on with the video. Okay, so I've removed the other device that was there. So what I'll do is, on the camera there is a power button over there, so I will press that, and then it should come on. So again, when charging it, the light will go green when it's fully charged. So now it's blue and flashing with the chime playing. So it's doing that. So now we can add a camera, and we say allow, and then it will say new device, battery device, plug-in device, or light bulb. So we'll say I heard the sound, yes. Choose your device. So it's picked up over there. There's the little bird box and everything. So we'll tap on that. Now it's asking to connect to a Wi-Fi. So now it will start scanning for Wi-Fi's in the area. So what I'll do is I'll connect to the Wi-Fi, and then I'll carry on with the video. Now you need to remember you can only connect to a 2.4 gigahertz network. So for Wi-Fi, not 5. So make sure it's 2.4, and then it will connect. So now it's connection succeeded. So that's what it said there. Connecting the device. A new device was found. Registering, initializing, and there we go. So now we've got smart camera, so we can rename this. So what I'll do is I'll just position the camera, and then we can carry on. Cool, so we can rename this to bird camera. So that's fine. Click next. It's underneath the home selection there. Is it by the front door, back door, garden? So I'll put the garden. Next. Device has been added successfully, so let's start. Please place the device installed to check the strength. I do have good signal where I'm going to be installing it, so that's fine. Right, so what it's done is it's now loaded onto the screen over here. So that's the dashboard that you get when you open up the app. So we can add another device with the plus sign. You've got different views here, so you can put a tile, or you can put images below one another, or the cameras that you have. The camera is making ticking sounds next to me because it's picking up movement, so we might see a notification come through. As we can see over here, there is a letter sign here with 3, and if we open those, it will say today. We've got these little smart camera notifications. So if I press on one of those, it will show the video. It's playing sound. There's another detection that's just taken place. So I'll just go back to the main screen. So we go home, and we're back here, and we can see over there we've got the connection with the Wi-Fi. The battery's good. You can then go to the settings, and now this will show you the bird camera. 100%, Wi-Fi strength is strong, status is online, location is garden, motion detection medium. So this is the motion detection. Do we want to detect motion? Yes, so when the birds are there. Sensitivity goes all the way from high, medium, and low. So we'll just leave it on medium. Recording settings, so cloud cooldown time, so 30 seconds if it's doing that. Cloud recording duration up to 10 seconds, or SD card. So SD card recording, only record when motion is detected. That's cool. SD card cooldown, do we want it to pause between movements or motion that it's picked up? So we'll say no, because it is quite a big card that's in there. And the SD card recording, so we can go up to, let's say, 20 seconds. So that should be enough. Depends on the type of birds, if they do sit there long. But I have blue tits that usually sit maybe for a couple of seconds. So we'll do 20. Then we've got sleep, so you can put the camera to sleep after it's recording. Schedule time, so you can put that up. And then over here, you can add a plan. So you say, okay, I only want the camera to be on from 2 in the afternoon till 6 in the evening. So you can set up a schedule if you want. So that's quite cool. Notification settings, yes, we've got that on. Smart push, so subscribe to awareness for more features. So this will allow you to get other features. If you do this sign up over here and you get that pushed to the phone, it'll tell you there's motion at the camera or things like that. Alarm, you can have an audible alarm if you want, or a flashlight. So I'm not quite sure that why that would be available for birds, because you just scare them away, but you can have this for the camera if you just want to have it as a monitoring camera. Video settings, so resolution is standard definition. We can change it to 3K, so we have a nice clear image. Rotate image, do we want to flip the image over, yes or no, so that we can see that. So that goes upside down and that goes like that, so we'll just leave it as it is. Anti-flicker, yes. Frequency, we want 60 Hertz, so it's smooth. Format, 12-hour. Night vision, yes. Black and white mode, that's fine. Color mode will then enable the light, so then the light will come on in the evening. So we'll just leave it on black and white. And then we've got SD card video, so this is now being recorded on the SD card, so you can see quite a few of these videos. And then we've got upgrade to a cloud service if you want. SD card, so here we go, we've got 60 gigs available, so I want to format this so that it's ready to work. So there we go, SD card's formatting, so we'll let that run. So that was successful, so let's go back. Then indicator light settings, so we can have this on if you want. So that's the front little camera, that the front light that we saw when we switch it on. So that is available as well if you want that on or off, so we can leave that on. We'll go back. Then we've got power settings, so power source. What we can do then is now put solar panel, because I'm going to be attaching the solar panel to it, and auto on after charging, so it will auto switch on once it's fully charged if it does run out of battery. So that's a nice setting. Audio settings, so I'm putting that down to nothing because we don't want the alarm, because we do want birds to be there, we don't want to scare them away. Camera voice, I can talk on this as well, so it's two-way communication, live audio recording and video recording. I've now set up the bird feeder inside a holly tree, and you can see the cable running down, and there's the solar panel there. You can see there's another solar panel, sorry for the background noise. There's the other bird feeder that I've got, and there we go. So that's it there, the blue light's coming on, it's detecting everything. But yeah, there we go. So that's all set up and ready to go. So let's see what we are getting on the camera. I just got a notification coming through. I've been using the app for a while now, and what I've done is I've let it run for a bit. So what happens is when you open up the app now, there is a firmware upgrade which I need to do, which is nice. So they're keeping the camera up to date and the software up to date. But what I wanted to show you was this option here where you click on birds. Now I've got the AI identification active and the cloud storage active. Now what I thought was really cool about this app is what it does is it shows how many feathered visitors I've had, and it says I've got 6 species. You can correct it if it is wrong, but what's cool is it shows that this is the European robin, and I've had 64 visits from them, so that's cool. So you can know how many times they've been visiting. Then our blue tit, so loads of visits from them, 461. And we've also got a great tit, which is quite cool because you don't really see them in the back garden, but in the front they seem to be there, so 44. And then we have a new friend over here. So we've got this Eurasian collared dove. Now, he's been there 7 times, but I think he's been there a lot more because he is eating all the seeds. As you can see over there, it's full. There it's full. He's arrived and now it's empty. So that's why it's going down so quickly. And then it looks like the AI misdetected this one as a Eurasian jay, which does look very similar, but you can correct that. So that one I can correct. And then we've got a new visitor here, which has only been visited once. He's usually in the back garden on the floor, and it's a dunnock. So how cool is that? So you can then press on that and it will show you all the videos because it's now filtered by that bird. So we go back here, we'll go to the great tit and it will show that one. Then we go back to there, then we will do him. So there should be 7 videos of him, of the collared dove. So that I like, that feature is really cool. And then here you can see I've got cloud storage. If I swap to SD, then it will ask the camera, you say yes, and then it will switch to the SD storage. So that's the card that's in the camera. So I'll just let that finish. So there we go. So those are the camera visibles over there. So we got the blue tit. See, all the seeds gone now because of that dove. And what you can do is you can select it. You want to choose this video, then you select the dot, and then you can download it. So that's a nice feature, and then it gets added into your camera roll. So that's cool. And then there's the update. So what we can do is say update. It comes up with this, saying the firmware update, how big it is, fixes some bugs, and optimize user experience. So we can just say update, and we can let that run, and then it should then do its thing. So it's not currently offline now because it's doing the update. So overall, everything's working well. The update's running at the bottom, as you can see over here. I'm very happy with the camera. The clarity is really good. So overall, I'm really happy with this camera. It's doing its thing that it needs to do. It's reporting really well. The notifications come in quite quickly. The AI is pretty accurate most of the time, and it's very clear. It is a bit blurry at the bottom where the seed is, but that's because I've aimed it too far down. But everything just past that really close part, which is probably about 5 centimeters from the lens, is really clear. The sound is really good, the detection is good, and the battery power is good. I've got the solar panel, as you saw in the video, so that's working well. But overall, I'm very happy with it, and yeah, I'm enjoying it with all the other bird feeders that I have and all the bird life and that, and watching all the videos and seeing some of the new spots, which is really cool. So yeah, I'm going to continue enjoying those and getting up close with the feathered friends. And if you guys are interested in getting one of them, you can check the description below, have a look, check them out, see what they're all about. And I just want to say thanks again to COOAU for sending me the camera. It's really cool. Thank you very much. And I'll see you guys in my next review. Cheers.